Hello and welcome back to Paul's Beer Reviews. I hope you're all doing well today. I've got a festive beer to review for you tonight. We're like a week away now from Christmas. Time is flying by, isn't it? How is it only a week until Christmas? Madness. I did a bit of Christmas beer shopping. I had my day off Monday and I went on to Trembling Madness and I had a look through their Christmassy beers. I fancied a few festive beers and I found a stout from Anspach and Hobday. London-based brewers, and we know they do a very, very good stout. London Black is an absolute classic, and I picked up a stout from them. And this one has been inspired by a German Christmas biscuit known as the Pfeffernusse. I'm sorry if I've just butchered the pronunciation, but this is simply their Pfeffernusse stout. Very traditional, quite dark colours on this, like a dark maroon red with gold. It's quite hard to make out the artwork in this light on this. There's a kind of you've got Father Christmas on there. You've got a character there who kind of reminds me of the Ghost of Christmas Present from Dickens' Christmas Carol. So there's almost a combination of sort of German historical Christmas references and sort of Dickensian London festive artwork there. I like it. I like the artwork. It's a nice can. So yeah, this is their Pfeffernusse Stout. It's coming in at 6% ABV. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So it says, based on the German Christmas biscuit of the same name, the Pfeffernusse Stout brings together a rich malty stout with the perfect blend of festive spices. Ginger and cinnamon aromatics precede biscuity malts and warming spices on the palate. Merry Christmas. It's got water, malted barley, hops, spices and yeast. Really looking forward to this one. Like I say, Anspach and Hobday do a cracking stout. Whenever you put winter spice, anything like that, I'm a sucker for it. I want all that stuff at Christmas. So I'm going to quit waffling. Let's get this stout out of its can into the Paul's Beer Review chalice. I feel like I haven't used this glass for a while on a review. So let's get her out. Anspach and Hobday, if you've had London Black, you'll know it's a very, very good stout. Both the original and the nitro version isn't bad either. I've got to try both at the Great British Beer Festival this summer. They were putting them up against one another. And I've got to say, I preferred the original. As much as I like a nitro infused stout, there's something about the original London Black that just wins it for me. So yeah. Holding it up to the light, there is a touch of red bleeding through it. It's not completely jet black. Let's leave that there. It's so dark you can't really make out the detail on the can anyway. But there is, with the light in front of me, there is just a touch of red bleeding through this beer. It's not completely jet black. Head has dissipated really quickly. That's not hanging around. But it is a very, very dark looking stout, as you'd expect. Head is gone. Let's get me snout and see what the aromas are telling us. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Serious cinnamon and ginger. They weren't lying. A touch of vanilla. Slightly milky coffee, slightly roasty aroma coming through, but it is firmly behind those cinnamon, ginger, winter spices. It smells really, really good. Simple. Let's get stuck in. Cheers. Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. That ginger and cinnamon. That ginger and cinnamon is hanging around. And there's a lovely roasty finish to it as well that complements that spice. Oh, that's good. That's good. It's getting better as well. That is a really nicely done Christmas stout. I'm going to say that off the bat. There is a spiciness to it. There is a slight dryness to it. There's a roastiness to it. There's almost like a woody element to it. It's almost like it's like a touch, like a barrel-aged element, almost like a touch of whiskey. I mean, there isn't. There's not a barrel-aged whiskey, but there's a taste to it. Like a slightly woody taste. I think it's just obviously the effect of the spice playing tricks with my palate. But it's really complex. First off, it's quite light on the body. It's quite thin. There's a touch of carbonation to it, which initially sets off a slight vanilla-y touch on the palate. Vanilla, touch of dark fruit. It's like figgy. Then in comes that bitterness, that roasty touch. And it's there towards the back end where the cinnamon really comes through. And I said there's a sweetness. That sweetness of dark fruit, what also comes in with it is the ginger. It's funny, the more you drink it, the more you start identifying where the spices, where the elements come in. Yeah. Vanilla, ginger, dark fruit, coffee, milky coffee, dryness, bitterness, cinnamon. It's only 6%, but it's got a lovely warming character to it. It's putting a stupid smile on my face. The more I drink it, the more I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I think Anspach and Hobday have nailed it here. I tend to buy a lot of Christmas beers every year to see who's doing what, who's doing it well. You get a lot of winter porters and, you know, festive spice beers and things like that. But it's stout. I'm trying to think, have I had many stouts? It tends to be a style that's not always gone for. You see more porters and kind of pale ales and IPAs and things that they say they've had winter spice added to them. I don't see many Christmas stouts. I like this. I'm enjoying this. It's perfect in a way. It does exactly what it says on the tin. It's a stout. It's roasty. There's coffee. There's a touch of chocolate. It's a really warming element to it. It does everything you'd want a good stout to do. But they haven't held back on the spice. The ginger and the cinnamon is really prominent. And like I say, I imagine this on cask would be spectacular. I imagine this on cask would be absolutely wonderful. I imagine it in a pub now, Christmas tree, sat by the fire, drinking this on cask. I think you'd be in your element. I certainly would anyway. It's got a really good drinkability to it. It's not heavy. Like I say, it's light on the body, but not watery. And so the roasty element to it comes through really, really quick. The more I'm drinking it, the more roasty it's becoming. The more that stout, the base stout characteristics of it are coming through. And it's being complemented beautifully by the spice. So on the aroma, still it's the winter spice that's the most prominent aspect. But on the flavour, it's that base stout that's more prominent. The winter spice, the ginger and the cinnamon is kind of in the background. It's there all the way through. You get the slight sweetness of ginger. And then it becomes roasted. And then at the back end, the cinnamon and sort of the roasted malts, the dark coffee, they're kind of fighting it out at the back of the palate. It's a very Christmassy stout. There's no two ways about it. This is a stout been made with Christmas in mind. Yeah, I really like that. On cask, I reckon it would be better. I reckon with a slight touch more body, slightly thicker, I reckon that could be absolute class. As it is, it's still a very, very good Christmas stout. I'm very impressed. I like that. I do need to do more Anspach and Hobday beers on the channel. I've hardly reviewed any of theirs. I like that. I like the can. I like the use of colour. I like the artwork on it. Very festive, very Dickensian, very traditional. It's good. It's good. Scores, for what it's worth, in terms of a Christmas beer, I think it does exactly what it set out to do. I can't knock it. I do think that would be better on cask. And yeah, it's just that little aspect. I think it's maybe just a tad too thin. Just a tad too light for my liking. I think I would have liked just a little bit more body. I think we would have been looking at an absolute world beater. I'm tricky. I'm forgetting the words. I'm difficult to please, aren't I? I'm a fussy kid. But I really like it. I really like it. I like it enough to give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's a lovely festive beer. Anspach and Hobday with their Pfeffernusse. Stout. Available in Trembling Madness. I think I paid about $3.50 for the can. Not too bad at all. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I do appreciate that. Until my next one, you take care.